Hey guys, Stuart here, or codename Big Bear if you want to find me on Xbox. Today we are going to do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to talk about movies you should watch around the Halloween period. As it is October and it is the season of the witch essentially, here are a few films that I think you should probably watch over the Halloween period. So, further ado, let's do this. So before I get onto my opinion of what you should be watching over the Halloween period, here are just a few films that I think you should watch just during the October months. Obviously, Hocus Pocus. I mean, who doesn't love Hocus Pocus? It's three witches coming back from the dead, what, a couple hundred years later, to exact revenge on, well, everybody basically. They just want to be evil witches and eat children and gain immortality and beautiful youth. Which is ironic because, well, they're essentially the ugly sisters in this film. It's just a really, really cool film. Really fun, really just great fun to watch. I'd say give that one a watch. Also, Casper. Casper from the 90s. I love that film. I really, really love that film. It was a groundbreaker for the time with its special effects for Casper itself. Christina Ricci is just absolutely brilliant in this film, playing the young girl who befriends Casper, and the story is just really fun and heartfelt. It's all about Casper wanting to be human and just kind of wanting to date a girl for the first time, which is quite amusing. And also, you should probably check out Trick or Treat. Great little horror film. Not going to tell you anything about it. Just watch that film. Trick or Treat, definitely worth a watch. And the villain itself is another really iconic little villain right there, and it's just again set on Halloween night. Give that one a go. And finally, before I go onto the list, here's a film that if you watch films or you enjoy horror films, everybody should watch. This is one of my favorite films, pretty much of all time. It is The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, set in, I want to say the North Pole. I can't really remember. Set in a snowy tundra, let's put it that way. At a research lab somewhere, and this alien turns up and starts replicating people and killing everyone there. And Russell Crowe's got to stop it. Russell Crowe, Kurt Russell. It's definitely Kurt Russell. Can't believe I messed that up. But Kurt Russell just tries to stop him, and well, we don't know what happens, but I'd say just give that one a watch. So anyway guys, on to the actual reason I'm onto this video. So these are films that I have seen myself, and I personally love, and I wouldn't skip a Halloween without doing them if I can avoid that, obviously. But I'm going to start around the day before Halloween itself. And the reason I pick these films is mainly because of the dates they are actually set on. It just thematically just makes sense. So you can probably predict a couple of these already. But the first one is set on Devil's Night. If you don't know what that is, you haven't seen The Crow. You should probably see The Crow, guys. This is a dark gothic tale about Eric Draven being killed the night before Halloween, the day before his wedding as well, but coming back a year later, resurrected by a crow to exact revenge. This film is a kick-ass 90s gothic noir, essentially. As Brandon Lee in his final ever role, sadly he was killed during the making of this film. Again, facts you probably already know. But he plays the clown-faced makeup vigilante known as the Crow. Goes around taking out everybody who wronged him at the time. This is just a really stylish, really cool film. If you haven't seen it, just watch it. And again, the reason you should watch it the night before Halloween is because that's when it actually sets. It's when it begins and starts and ends. You just got some really amazing characters. You got some really vile characters too. But once you've seen it, you're gonna want to watch it again and again and again and again. I know I did. So, what about Halloween night or Halloween day or whatever it is you're gonna do? This one's pretty obvious, guys. Watch Halloween. I mean, the original Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis fighting off the shape known as Michael Myers. What I personally always want to do is watch Halloween, Halloween 2, followed by Halloween H20. That has a nice arc to it. It shows you what happens to Laurie Strode throughout the first night of Halloween that she has to deal with, then 20 years later and having to defend her son and things like that as well. You could also throw in the Rob Zombie ones as well, but I would recommend watching either or. The Rob Zombie ones aren't all that amazing, to be honest, not in my personal opinion anyway. But they are fun. Some people really do enjoy them, so go for it. And as well, obviously with the latest Halloween films coming out, again following Laurie Strode, ignoring the second films and beyond. Once they come out on DVD with Halloween Kills and stuff as well, do the same thing. You know, watch your own version, but watch Halloween, the original, no matter what, because, well, it's in the title. It was the first film ever called Halloween, and it's just a great movie. It's really tense. That opening shot, so good, so good. So give that a watch, guys. You know, please, be great. To round off Halloween, what should you do? Well, once Halloween is done, if you're in the UK, you pretty much are only thinking of Christmas then. So if you haven't guessed already, it is A Nightmare Before Christmas. This film literally starts the end of Halloween night, Jack Skellington and the town of Halloween, or Halloween Town, celebrating and, celebrating a great job they did. Except Jack, well, he's not really enjoying himself. He thinks it's the same old, same old. So he wants something different. He discovers Christmas Town, and the adventure goes on. So it's a really, really great film. Again, if you haven't seen it, this is just ridiculous. You should have seen it by now. Be aware, if you don't know anything about it, it is a musical. This does put people off, but it has the visual stylings of Tim Burton. But it is directed by Henry Selick, and the music and the words for the music itself is all written by Danny Elfman. And I do have strong feelings about people who tell me that this is a Tim Burton film, but I'm not going to get into that today. That's for a different time. In general, to be honest, don't get me wrong about Tim Burton. But A Nightmare Before Christmas is a classic that you could watch twice a year if you wanted to, or you can really pick it any time after Halloween. I try to watch it the day after myself because it's just a nice time to do that. And then, if I'm feeling for like a repetitive year, I'll watch it Christmas Eve as well. So there we go, guys. That is my video of my opinions of what you should be watching over the Halloween period. Now, I do appreciate that all those films are 25, 30 years old at least, but they are classics for a reason. You definitely should be watching them all. But they are, again, my opinion. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out our website, respawning.co.uk. Find us on social media, Respawning UK as well. So guys, my name's Stuart. I've been codenamed Big Bear. That was my video. Be nice to each other, yeah?